Hello friends, it's Terry with Terry's Mailbox, and today we're going to compare two different coloring techniques using a foil plate. So this is the Ornamental Bouquet from Altenew. So the first thing I did was I went ahead and I foiled the image onto heavy cardstock, and you can see that I've got lots of extra foil on there. So what I did was I ended up pulling out my mono eraser and erasing it all, and I was amazed to see how clean the image turned out after I was done with it. So here I am just kind of taking it off. Look how clean that is. You can't see any of the additional foil things. I'm just showing you that this is a really large image. So again, I've got 6 by 7, and you'll see in the end how we cut it down. So again, I pulled out my Altenew watercolor panel, and it's well loved, as you could see by all the colors in the back. So I went ahead and spritz it so that it would be ready to go. So the first thing I'm doing is I'm coloring in the images with just regular water, and then I'm adding the color to it. So again, just kind of filling in those spaces. That one appeared to be a little dark, but you'll see in the end that I ended up adding additional color. So again, just kind of working on coloring in the green leaves here. And so I'm doing one color at a time, and again using the watercolors. I enjoy this technique. It's really very fun. So here I've gone back and I'm adding darker colors. So then I'm moving on to the colored pieces. So again, I chose a deep purple here for the bluebells, or I'm not sure exactly what it is, but thought that was kind of cool to do that in that color. So we're kind of working on just adding a little bit of extra darkness there. And so the next thing we're going to do is go ahead and paint that center bloom. So I went ahead and just watercolored the whole thing with water, and you can see I'm switching brushes. That makes it a lot easier. So again, I'm just filling it in to a single color, and you'll see as it progresses that I end up adding additional layers of color. So again, I don't get to watercolor very often. I need to do it more often because I do really enjoy it when I do it. So here you can see I've grabbed a little tiny brush and I'm just adding in darker colors there. Just kind of highlighting the tips of the bell type things. And then we'll go ahead and paint the yellow. I think they're tulips. They look like tulips to me, but anyway. So you can see here I'll add a little bit of deeper color to really highlight them. So again, I think just adding that shading makes such a difference. They're just not so flat. So you can see here what I'm doing is I'm playing with it again. Once I got it done, and it actually was dry at this point, I decided to add a little more water to kind of spread it out. So again, that just kind of adds extra texture. So the second card that I'm doing, this one is actually foiled on Cougar 110 cardstock. And you can see it comes off with no extra flakes or whatever, so that was great. I think it's just because the watercolor paper is so textured. So in this case, I've got 5 different stencils here that we're going to use with. So here I've pulled out my stamp wheel with my sticky grid. I love this thing. So again, I'm going to go ahead and match up the large bloom first. And you can't really see it, but there is a line dividing that stencil, and on many of the stencils. And again, that shows you that you're not supposed to color the things on the other side of the line. So I think Altenew did a great job creating stencils and giving you directions on how to use them. So again, I'm just kind of I'm starting off with some purple here, using soft lilac, lavender fields, and deep iris is what I'm going to end up doing. And then I've moved on to the sea glass ocean wave type of set, just to add that color. And you can see I'm just coloring in with my my Altenew brushes. Love these things. So again, I've done a couple of layers here, and actually at this point I'm on to the last layer. And again, it just really, Altenew stencils are so layered and have so many details that they just really add interest. And you can see here I'm kind of playing with the stencil, trying to get it matched up. And again, sometimes you rotate them and they're, they don't look like they're straight, which they absolutely are not, but it's because of the way the stencils are cut so that they can conserve the number of stencils. It just works out, very, very well. So again, we'll go ahead and add the final layer here for the yellow flowers up here at the top. And then we'll go ahead and start working on green. So again, this is it's got a couple of layers for the leaves too. And again, that adds that texture and dimension. So just kind of working it around here. Having too much fun with this one. So you'll see when I pull it up, there is the stenciled one, and I'm going to bring in the watercolored one so you can kind of see exactly how different they are. Obviously the watercolor has a lot of texture, so it does appear to be quite different. So now I'm playing with this little template. I think it was Kathy Zilski that had this on her channel, where you cut an opening card size, A2 card size, in a larger piece of cardstock, and it can help you kind of determine how you want to arrange and cut down a larger piece of cardstock. You can see here I've kind of gone at a little bit of an angle to capture more of the blooms. So the next thing, once I got the cardstock cut down, I went ahead and added gold splatters to the watercolor one. So again, just kind of adding a little bit of extra texture, a lot of interest, just using a gold paint in my splatter paintbrush. Too much fun. Go ahead and clean up my mess here. So again, here is that foil plate. And here are the final cards. So what I did, that is actually the Versatile Greetings 2 for the Happy Birthday. And this is Happy Birthday, the One Go Happy Birthday sentiment set. So again, you can see I've got the stenciled one mounted on a purple cardstock. And this one I just used the entire piece because I didn't want to cut it down any farther. So again, here is the stenciled one again, just for your review. So again, I hope you've enjoyed this video. So again, check out the products at Altenew. They've got lovely, lovely florals.